Do you remember that brown fuzzy bear looking thing from the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? The same fuzzy bear that just so happens to be in a movie full of genetically and cybernetically enhanced creatures? What is up with that? I mean, sure, this movie presents us with loads of unique and interesting characters, but this is something else. And no, it's not one of High Evolutionary's creations. That would be too simple. Let's I Am Groot our way through this and find out. In the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, we meet Blurp. Yes, this is called Blurp. Blurp is originally a pet of one of the Ravagers that Gamora is now a member of, right before that Ravager meets his demise at the hands of Adam Warlock, who, after being told to execute this critter, decides to keep him as a pet. So, if Blurp isn't a High Evolutionary creation, then what is it? Let's turn our attention to another recent Marvel movie that just so happens to go by the name Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. In this movie, we meet a brown, fuzzy, bear-like creature that also resembles the newest abnormality of the MCU. You might remember Morris, the cute, butt-like creature that can fly. Well, Morris is a species of Dijung, which are mystical creatures from the realm of Ta Lo, the same Ta Lo that Ying Li, the mother of Shang-Chi, comes from. But it's the species themselves that we find most interesting, as, get this, Dijungs are actually guardians in their own right too. Dijungs are protectors and cohorts of Ta Lo, so it's kind of fitting for Blurp to be a Dijung, and also always have been destined to become a guardian, right? Wrong. In actuality, although the resemblance and obvious similarities, Blurp is not a Dijung, or at least isn't considered one by James Gunn himself. Instead, Blurp actually is a variant of the species known as Saki, a small reptilian carnivore. And this isn't even the first appearance of this species in the MCU. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, we are introduced to another Saki residing on Nowhere. Yep, this right here is the same species as our Blurp. But what's more, this Saki isn't sentient. And if Blurp peeing himself in the face of fear doesn't suggest sentientness, then I don't know what would. So to assume these two are in actuality anything alike at all would be a bit of an overgeneralization of the species as a whole. Surely we can't expect two Sakis to have such different attributes, from their hair to their actions, size, and even feelings. Although James Gunn has confirmed otherwise, Blurp is much more aligned with Morris than this. Not sure if James Gunn thought this one the whole way through. Anyways, Blurp is clearly destined to stick around for the long run in the MCU. Last we see of Blurp, he appears in the first post-credit scene of Volume 3, confirming not only that he is sticking by his newly adoptive owner in Adam Warlock, but also that Blurp should be considered a Guardian in his own right, as he has made himself into the official roster, alongside Rocket, Groot, Cosmo, Kraglin, Phyla, and Adam. But what could be next for Blurp? Well, although he was introduced in the same movie as High Evolutionary, they never truly crossed paths. I think this is no coincidence at all. Having both Rocket and Adam on this team should suggest that this won't be the last that we see of High Evolutionary, and it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if Blurp ends up becoming one of his next creations, especially as if Sakis aren't supposed to be sentient and this Saki is. It might suggest that Blurp also holds similar traits of consciousness that Rocket did, making him a prime candidate for High Evolutionary to get his hands on. It also would definitely add to his character's depth and better explain why Blurp was included in this film in the first place, even if, at first glance, it might seem like Blurp is only here as comedic relief. But what do you think? Does Blurp have a higher purpose than just being Adam Warlock's pet? Let me know in the comments below, but this is only one small part of Phase 5 of the MCU. If you want to discover just why this version of Nick Fury is once again a Skrull, be sure to check out this video here. See you next time.